Oh, oh, just come back from Oak Grove. The little bastards got us, didn't they? Oh, has nothing to do with the fact that I put on weight since I last put this on, but oh, just wait. Those little fuckers are gonna get it. Listen well, all of you. So Queen Rachael Marie at the High Queendom has announced a quest for the Pookie Grail, and considering I am one of the most powerful mages of all time, well, of course, I am up for the challenge. Now, if you're wondering who the most powerful mage is, it is, of course, the Marquess of Magi, and that is Becca. Becca in the books pains me to say, but yeah. So I will link the video for Her Royal Majesty's announcement video down below, as well as the Marquess of Magi's. They will go through all of the details of this quest better than I will. I am only a Magi, and there are 3 other teams. But if you want to join the winning team, then you know what it is. So my fellow mages just call me Maleficent, and I've already seen the outpouring of mages on Twitter, and what a fine bunch we are already. I mean, let me make a prediction. Ha-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yep, as I predicted, the mages are gonna win. Okay, so on to the quest. So using my magic, I will show you the map of the High Queendom right here. And mages have a particular path to take, which I will get into in a second. So the quest is going to be from July 1st to July 31st. And because us mages have the power to bend time, we have a 3-day head start on all the rest. So that means we will be starting on June 28th. Yes, we are. I love doing that. So the quest. Well, I will be going back to Oak Grove to finish what I fucking started and show those little bastards who they think they're dealing with. So for Oak Grove, we have to read a book that is gritty, gory, or gruesome. And for that prompt, I will be reading Cujo by Stephen King. So I have not read this book yet. I have not seen the movie yet. Because, you know, in the High Queendom, electricity can be quite sparse, especially for us mages. We like to kick it old school, you know? Get a few candles on from Ye Old Grace and Honey and live it up in a castle. So Cujo. I am trying to read a Stephen King book at least once every month, and so the next one I will be reading is Cujo. All I know about this is that a dog gets rabies, I believe, and starts attacking people. And this one is going to hurt, because I hate when animals are in distress. It really bothers me. So yeah, I will be reading Cujo for my first book. Boom! And then after I kick all of those orcs' asses, I will be going all the way to Old Pirate Cove, where I have to read a book that is taking place partly on the sea. And so for that prompt, I will be reading Dark Shores by Danielle L. Jensen. Yes! Always get her name wrong, always. And this one is definitely partly set on the sea. It's got to be. It's got a ship on the cover. But it does feel a bit Pirates of the Caribbean-ish. I could not tell you what the hell it's about, as usual, until I read it. But I know there's a pirate, there's a soldier, there's an east and a west, and you're not allowed to cross between the two, I believe. And you know what? Subscribe and tune in for what I think about this once I've read it, because then I can tell you what it's about. Only then. Then and only then. And then I will be heading down to Glimmer, where we have to read a colourful or beautiful book. So for that prompt, I will be reading Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. And this is a children's book that has been recommended time and time again from Her Royal Highness, Rachael Marie. I'm sure a fellow mage, Cody, has read this one as well and loved it. As a children's bookseller on the side of being, you know, a mage in the High Queendom, I really, really need to read this one ASAP. I'm sure it is about this young girl called Morrigan Crow, who I believe is cursed to die. Now, don't talk to me about curses, honey. I can make a 16-year-old prick a finger and fall fucking asleep. She goes into this other world where she learns magic. And it sounds really, really cool. And there has just been a sequel released as well. So this one is definitely one that I would recommend if you are a fan of things like Harry Potter. Yeah, she's destined to die on her 11th birthday. Now, say that is cruel. That is cruel. I waited until Aurora's 16th birthday before she had to prick her finger on a spinning wheel. Am I that bitch? Am I really? This is going to be my Glimmer. And then I'll be heading over to my fellow dragons in Draconic Isle, and that is to read a book with dragons in it. And for that, I will be reading Storm of Swords by George R.R. Martin. And I am picking the edition that has over 1,100 pages long, because look at that. The third book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. And if you also do not know, Her Royal Highness Rachael Marie and the Marquess of Magi, Becca in the books, are hosting a little live show for the third book in the Song of Ice and Fire series on sometime in July. Yeah, I actually do not know. The invitation has apparently been lost, but you just know I'm gonna crash that fucker. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you know what this is about if you're a Game of Thrones fan. I will be caught up with a catch-up book club for the Song of Ice and Fire, so I'm excited to read this one. And this one should be a lot better than Clash of Kings, which I only gave 3 stars. I was a bit bored, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm excited to read this one on the Draconic Isle. Just chilling with my Draconic babes. And now we finally make it to the Pookie Grail. And because I am that bitch, I had already read Stardust by Neil Gaiman in April. Now, I wouldn't have minded reading Stardust again for this purpose of winning the Pookie Grail. You know, I will do anything to win. But Her Royal Highness did give a royal announcement on Twitter, saying that if you do not want to read this one, you can change it for a book that features an adventure to find something lost. And so I have decided to change Stardust to Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. And I have never read this book before. It is a classic, and it's a great little adventure story as well. It's probably one that's really, you know, the framework for all adventure books to follow. So I am excited to dive into this one. I haven't read a classic book since I left, like, you know, the University for Magi, and I'm really excited to get into this one. I'm pretty sure you know what it's about. Everybody knows Treasure Island. There's Long John Silver, there's Jim Hawkins, there is pirates, a lot of different things going on. So I do need to read those in order. That is the rule. So I will finish Cujo, read some Storm of Swords, finish Dark Shores, read some Storm of Swords, finish Nevermore, read some Storm of Swords, and then finally I will hopefully finish Storm of Swords by July, whenever the party I need to crash happens. And then, of course, Treasure Island. And then, of course, I will want to take part in all of the other challenges as well that are happening, as well as finish other prompts and go to other places on the map. So I will be doing my TBR video for July later on this month, and I will be trying to fit the books that I get for the TBR to the other prompts that are on the map. Be sure to tune into part 2 whenever that occurs. Should be the end of the month. So yeah, remember, majors have a 3-day head start, so we do get to start on June 28th, and the majors are going to win. Breathe if you agree. So yeah, that was my Book Junkie Trials announcement TBR video. Please excuse me while I hibernate until that time. Remember, everything will be linked below so you can find out more about this. I know I explain things really poorly, so find out what the crack is down there. And definitely check out the announcement videos by Her Royal Highness, by the Marquess of Magi, and by the other team leaders, because, you know, you never know, you might want to join one of the other teams. So hopefully you enjoyed. Share some of that magic and give me a little cheeky thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know what you're going to be reading for the Book Junkie Trials. And I will see my fellow mages on June 28th in Oak Grove. Now we got this, so bye bye.